Well, this showed just another art show with Lara Scarr and myself. Really, I know I've had a couple shows where it was primarily the porcelain doll series that I was exhibiting, and this one kind of came together due to a number of circumstances outside of, my art life, and I was in the middle of moving and finishing school and transitioning in a lot of ways, and this show was something we had committed to, so a lot of it ended up being something where I felt like I had to kind of give up a lot of control and planning and, being very linear about, okay, this is new works, because I always like to show a certain amount of new works in every exhibit, and this one I actually started pulling a lot of pieces from my past, which happened to be a lot of sculpture, and that was something. In doing so, it just kind of this whole show kind of represents something more than just my current focus on the porcelain doll series and working on that, with some new directives and medium, but it almost represented more just reconnecting with what I had done previously and maybe had forgotten about for a while. So I'm kind of looking now at the sculpture being something where there's something there's a spark of inspiration that I think I may have forgotten about for a little bit, or just got very, very focused on what I was doing here and forgetting that there was other areas that I've always enjoyed exploring. A lot of what I was doing before, it's kind of a little bit over here, a little over there. I have silk screening on t-shirts, I have fish skeleton cabinets, and there's like stuffed objects, and just a little bit everywhere. And instead I've been working with this this flat mixed media collage element kind of pieces. So I almost feel this show is more about a sense of like where it's brought me as an artist and where I'm at now than the individual pieces that are in it. Like I could say that this piece right here is all about this, and this was what I was thinking, but to me it's kind of almost a representation of myself as an artist and the mind and the workings of certain thoughts, and creating those thoughts into tangible objects that you can see in a gallery. And it's more just about where the mind will take you through the years. It's been, I think some of these date back to 2007 as well as 2011, so that's kind of a 4-year range too, that a lot can happen, a lot can change, but when you're in the moment of it, you may not recognize it until you actually look back and see where you've kind of come from and where you've ended up, and that's just kind of made me consider where I want to take it forward. I still really love working with the porcelain dolls in that manner, and finding new ways to kind of rework it, but sculpture and the three-dimensionality of installation and working with a space is just something that I've definitely rekindled a love for, and I think that's something. I have another piece that I couldn't install here, but it's a paper bag installation, and they're all silkscreen brown paper bags, and how I exhibited them before was basically just like line them up, and there's hundreds of them, and they're lined up in this massive procession up the wall, and like there's little bits of color and clothes pegs, and that's the kind of thing that I feel I'm starting to get an itch to get back into, so I think I just need to enjoy what I've done for what it is, but then also just now take it to the next step of how can I combine what I was doing in the past with what I've been doing of lately, and that's kind of where I see this show is a big marker for that part of me. So pretty happy with that, I guess.